Let me just open this up about YouTube for a minute, because Sandy, you have Greg. There's what is the upside, the downside of being on YouTube for a publisher?
For us, we have a YouTube experiment right now, and I would classify it more as an editorial experiment, which is to allow our editorial to do some new kinds of video storytelling, push it out there on YouTube, see what sort of traffic we can build. At this stage, we're not using it as a sort of platform for our syndicate, for our traditional syndicated content. We do worry about people picking that up and publishing it for free, and I'm sure Sandy will tell you the same thing. But we keep a very, very close eye on it, and everyone knows exactly what happened to traditional text content when it went out onto Google and where the sort of ad dollars ended up going. We're very conscious. We don't want to allow it to happen via YouTube. But at the same time, when there's a way to monetize with it, which can match up with current revenue, which supports our news gathering economy, we'll do it.
I think YouTube and Google themselves have become much more sophisticated in helping us meet our financial objectives than they used to be. They've got much better selling propositions. They've in the UK in particular, done brilliantly with some of their specific channels for Channel 4 and the like. And I think they're much more ready to work with broadcasters to not actively undermine the business model. I think for us, a lot of it is still political and economic, in the sense that if you're running a very large US business based on cable, that is a mindset that does not necessarily apply in markets outside the US where your business model is different. So I'm very enthusiastic about doing more with YouTube. I think they have become much more mindful about our need to have some branding in there and make some money out of it. I see some of our competitors doing extremely well in it. Al Jazeera, for example, is very strong on YouTube and doing very well out of it financially, I think, as well. But their model is somewhat different to ours, so we have to, as these guys say, protect it on the way through.
Andy?
Yeah, for the AP, obviously, it's it's another source of revenue. It wouldn't be breaking state secrets to say it's probably today a 7-figure revenue stream that could grow to an 8-figure. I'm not convinced it's going to grow to a 9-figure without cannibalizing some other parts of the business. So, and I think we're all taking quite small steps into this at the moment. I think what's been gratifying is that YouTube, Google, and some others realize that producing quality content in a fast, accurate way has a price to it, and therefore a price has to be paid, and B, importantly, a real value to it. I think in an interconnected world where people are frankly irritated now by disinformation, being able quickly to get to information supplied by news providers who have a 160-year history of accuracy, that ability to inform really ups the value. So the value proposition for YouTube and for the AP is to come together to put that fast, accurate information out there, and we're open to any business model around that. I mean, we're all suffering and in some ways learning from the fact that the leading edge of pretty disruptive technology moving pretty quickly has had the downside of a trailing, lagging edge of business models not moving so quickly. So I think anybody who sits here and says it's a good or a bad thing, it probably is actually too early to tell. But it would also be ridiculous to be blind to it. And now that there is a realization that quality costs and quality counts, I think we're going forward together in lockstep. It's an encouraging